occasion. My name is Rick Rosati, and it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you the graduating class of the Monroe Community College Nursing Program for May 2011. The pinning ceremony is a ritual which represents a rite of passage into a profession committed to caring above and beyond the limits set by other disciplines. The pin that graduates are presented with embodies the intention to stay with the patient long after everyone else has either given up or gone home. It should come as no surprise that the first pinning ceremony directly related to graduating nurses occurred in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Florence Nightingale had been awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her extraordinary service in the Crimean War. She elected to extend that honor of receiving a Medal for Excellence to her most outstanding graduates. In the United States, Bellevue Hospital of Nursing in New York City was the first to award school pins to graduates of the class of 1880. Before I introduce the chair of our nursing department tonight, I have a couple of announcements. Just as we were coming in, Cheryl wanted me to make sure I'd let the graduates know that the math test scheduled for tonight has been canceled. There will be no math test tonight. And secondly, the class nursing diagnosis is now officially changed from anticipatory grieving to celebration at risk for. It's my pleasure to now introduce the chair of the Department of Nursing here at Monroe Community College, Cheryl.
Thank you for coming. We're thrilled that you're here. This is a wonderful event, a traditional event, but it's also an event where student nurses will cross the threshold to become graduate nurses. So it's very, very exciting. As you know, it has taken relentless effort, fortitude, and sheer perseverance for these individuals to get to this stage. And we are very, very proud of them, as I'm sure you are too.
This evening is less about nursing and more about a celebration of the people on this stage. Their success in achieving the goals of becoming nurses and their learning along the way all fit into what we're seeing tonight. We've got many people up on this stage. We have daughters and sons and fathers and mothers and wives and husbands and friends and loved ones, and none of them would be here today without the people that are sitting out there. So this ceremony is also for you in supporting them. It's a celebration for everyone. So nurses are there when life begins. They watch as you grow and hold your hand as life ends. But nurses have their own story, as does each of the graduates before you. A story about where they come from, their families, their struggles, and reasons for becoming nurses. One thing we all have in common is the hard work we have put forth in this program. Countless hours of studying, exams, and clinicals. We had our lives on hold and made sacrifices for the last 2 years to dedicate ourselves to nursing. And we are now a part of each other's story. There has been laughter and tears, excitement and frustration, and it was all worth it to be on this stage tonight. The nursing program here at MCC, and especially the professors, have given us the knowledge and skills needed to rise to our fullest potential as nurses. On behalf of the graduate nurses of 2011, I would like to thank the professors, faculty, and staff for all you have done for us. And in conclusion, I would like to share with you a quote that one of my fellow graduates came upon her first day of nursing school. The path you are moving in life is perfect. You are in exactly the right place. There is no moment to waste in regret. Go forward unfettered.
Again, my name is Rick Rosati, and I'd like to start by thanking my fellow students for allowing me to be up here to address you tonight with Brandy. It's kind of funny, Brandy's name has appeared before mine on each and every sign-in sheet for the last 2 years. It's been a standing joke between us that I'm following her through this entire program. I'd also like to thank my wife, Joanne, for her support. And you know, none of us could have done this alone, as mentioned earlier. We all have someone to thank. And tonight's an important night for us to do that. I'd like to thank specifically Pam and Shelley for setting the bar so high at the start of this journey. And I'd also like to thank Deb Selos for helping me change the way I think through nursing. And I'd especially like to thank Audrey Schaefer for running a great operation this semester. So ladies and gentlemen, my fellow students, let's enjoy tonight, because tonight is about us. It's a time to reflect on our accomplishments and our challenges. Let's enjoy tonight, because tonight is about us. But tomorrow is not. From now on, we'll be about taking care of others, complete strangers. It won't be about us, but about someone else. On every clinical floor we were on through the program, I noticed a bulletin board that had cards and letters from those someone else's, telling the story about how a nurse took care of them at their hospital stay. And I often wondered what those cards and letters might say if they were addressing the student nurses in my clinical group. I think they might sound like this. My mother was in your hospital recently. Her student nurse was Carla. Our family was so happy with how carefully she washed and braided Mom's hair. Mom said she hadn't felt that good in weeks. Here's another one. Our father was in your hospital recently. His student nurse was Jeff. We were all amazed at his genuine kindness and how he took the time to talk with Dad. We hadn't seen Dad that happy since before his stroke. One more. My aunt was in your hospital recently, and her student nurse was Linda. We could see that she was not an average student. She was able to answer every question and explain things so well. We left the hospital feeling like someone really cared about us. Those are notes I think you would get from this group, about this group. Here's one that you won't get. My brother was in your hospital recently, and his student nurse was Rick. We were so impressed by his ability to read an EKG. He noticed that left vesicular hemiblock and circus reentry right away. You'll never get a letter that says that. Because the people we take care of aren't concerned with it. Those technical aspects are for us. The point is that we need to take care of people. Those technical aspects are certainly important, but true healing only comes from taking care of someone. And taking care of someone is what we've learned over the last 2 years. We have to remember that as we start our new lives. Many of you know that I retired from the fire department in order to begin the nursing program. And in emergency services, we refer to each other as brother and sister. We do that because of the bond that comes from sharing each other's accomplishments and challenges. When I retired, I left behind 60 brothers and sisters. Tonight, when I leave here, I'll leave with 12 new brothers and 65 new sisters. Thank you. God bless.
Nursing 211, and that's Olga Kiefer.
Interest and enthusiasm for provision of nursing care to a new family. The recipient of the award tonight, I think, has a genetic predisposition for this because her mother is also in the area of obstetrics. And this award is presented to Emily Hughes.
And the winner of this award for leadership in nursing is Rick Rosati.
went to Brandy Robin. And then we had another award winner from our own family. The Nurse Administrator Award went to our own Dean, Laurel Sanger.